Okay, well, if you're like me, you're looking forward to JSM, but every year at JSM, there's just so many talks, it's kind of impossible to not miss talks that you're going to be interested in. And it can be overwhelming to use the conference program to try to find those talks. So we've created, over the last few years, an alternative, which is called jsmscheduler.com. The idea of the JSM Scheduler is to make it easy to find a bunch of talks that you might be interested in. And the way we do that is we used actually decades of citation information, and we pre-computed the set of people who are at JSM that we think you'll be interested to know that they're there. So if your name appears in the JSM program this year, then you should be able to find your name. In fact, we also did, if your name has appeared in the last 2 years, you should also be in this list. And by the way, if you can't find yourself in the list, you can still use this. Just choose somebody who has similar research interests to yours, because your list will probably be pretty similar then. Okay, so I'm going to, once I have found my name, I'm going to press submit. And this, you'll see there are 3 lists of names. The first is the list of my co-authors. These are specifically my co-authors who are at JSM, so there are 22 of those. By at JSM, I actually mean have work where they are an author. And then there's the list of people that I cite the most, and these are people who cite me the most at JSM. So I can add or subtract people as I like, and once I'm happy with this list, I can press Get Talks, and that'll show me all the talks of these people. Okay, so here's my suggested schedule. There are 56 of these talks across all of JSM. I could either just press export, and I'll show in a minute what that does, or I could customize. So I'm going to press customize. Like maybe there's a talk of somebody that I just want to really see have that added, even though that person was on my initial list. So I can click on that talk, and I can press add, and I'll add it to my list. I can also search, if I don't want to search by person, but by keyword rather, like maybe I want to see if there are any clustering talks. I can press search, and I can select whichever talks of those that I want, and then I can press add. Okay, so now you see my list of selected talks has grown to have 60 now. Okay, great. So now I can press export, and export creates an ICS file. So that's a standard format for calendar apps. I'll show how to import it into your Google Calendar. So in my Google Calendar, I can press plus and then import. And it says, okay, select file from your computer. So I'm going to select that ICS file. And then when I press import, there it is. It says imported 60 out of 60 events. Okay, that's great. So now if I go back to my calendar, you see I have all of these talks imported. And for any particular talk, I see useful information like what room number it's in. And also, this is a good one. There's a link to the session page. So if you want to see the original listing on the JSM website, you can get to that easily. Okay, there's just one other thing I want to show, which is going back. There's another way of interacting with all of this, which is we have a JSM 2024 R package. Okay, so here's the website for the JSM 2024 R package. It's the same functionality, just a different way to get at it. So you can get your co-authors, your out citations, your in citations. You can search the talks. You can also just work directly with the data frame, which has all of the talks at JSM if you like. Okay, here I export it to the ICS file again. Okay, well, I hope you find this useful and have a great time at JSM.